YouTube. Sorry about that. And this is a continuation of the video that I posted earlier because the phone suddenly died and I had to record another video. That's why I really need to get a webcam as soon as possible. But continuing from the other vehicle, getting to the point. We all think about it, and that's how I became to be. That's how everyone became to be. I hate to say this, whether it's by accident or your parents actually sat down with one another and planned on having you in this world. We all thought about it. It's the way of life. It's a cycle. It's a cycle, man. Men, again, it does not hurt to sit down and listen. It would actually work in your favor. I'm not trying to be nerdy or anything like that. I'm definitely not trying to brag. I'm not the one to brag, but I love history. I like to listen, and I know a lot of history, and it works in my favor. That's a great quality of mine. So when a woman talks to me, I'm hearing everything they're saying, whether it's gruesome or pleasant to hear. I'm listening, and you're going to have one of those women, one of those ladies that you're taking out on a nice fine dinner. They're going to talk, and you don't know their ulterior motive. You don't know what they're trying to do. You don't know if they're interested or not. But what they definitely want is someone to listen to them, because when times are rough, or when times are great, they want someone to talk to. Sometimes we do get bored of our best friends, our BFFs. Sometimes they want to talk to someone else, and you, as a man, should be that ear for them to talk to and relate to where they're coming from. And as for the women, now I'm going on. The subject for men is closed. Now I'm opening up the women's subject. Women, when you're creating your profiles online, you obviously type that you're new here, or you're not used to online dating, or this is your first time. We all get it. What you should be doing online is actually explore the horizons. And what I mean by that is that okay, I'm not gonna lie. There are a couple of times where there's a couple people messaging me online and I completely ignore them, and that is kind of hypocritical of me to say that you should get to know the person, because you never know what they're about. You never know that next person that you meet online could be the love of your life. That person that will be there for you when you go to jail or get shot or or robbed on the street or something. Anything. Sky's the limit, but you never know. And the point I'm trying to get at is that we all have our specific kind of taste. Like I said, with men, we prefer women with nice chests, or some women with a waist. Some women prefer a guy with a nice junk, even though they say that that's not the case. It really is the case. Some women like a man that's smart. Some women, want a man that's well established, that does not live with his parents, and that does not care about fixing up his car all the time. You request that. Men with those qualities that you want message you, and you don't respond back. And when you don't respond, sometimes that it's pretty much your loss, really. It's really your loss. You can't believe everything that what the internet says, but I'm going to say what I've read on the internet is that there are actually more women than men in the world. And now that there's gay rights, I respect gay people. Just throwing it out there right now. But now that there's gay rights, there are men that are going after other men, and the men that are straight, there are now 4 women for 1 man. And that's, a guy's like, oh, that's pretty cool, and I'm not gonna lie, as a guy, that is pretty cool. But what I'm trying to get at with that topic right there is that if you don't respond, there is easily another person that would, man or woman. There's definitely someone that would respond. Wow, I'm kind of stuck. I'm like tired. It's like 3, 4 in the morning, so you gotta forgive me. Um, but yeah, someone would definitely respond, and sometimes if you do respond, you're like, oh, you don't think things are gonna work out. You don't, you're not my type. I don't see things working out with us. Well, how would you know? And this goes for the men too. How would you know if you don't message back? How would you know if you don't actually have a civil conversation with them? You know, how would you know if you don't actually take your time and meet the person? You would never know what this man or woman is capable of until you actually take your time and respond. Um, I'll give you another example, even though this is like so high school ago, but it was this one girl that I really, really, really had a crush on. Oh my god. It's kind of it's kind of sad, pretty funny, but all the same pathetic. But I had a crush on this girl, and she pretty much dissed me. Um, and I'm going to be blunt with you. The reason why was because I wasn't the right ethnic background. So, you know, and this is another part where I say, there's more women than men, and I'm not saying that proves my point, but, again, if I miss one bus, there will be another bus coming, to accept my fee, my bus fare. And her friend, we're not together anymore, but thanks for the memories. It lasted while it did, but her friend came along, and we clicked, and um, she went back and told her parents about me, told her friends about me, and it got back to. I'm not going to put any names, but it got back to the lady that I was interested in, and it's pretty much her loss. You know, um, so it doesn't hurt responding. You know, it's we would prefer to have a civil conversation. Um, you know, but what we don't like is when there's no response. Because everyone's saying like communication is key. Well, actually, that little step right there is the first part of communication. I'm just saying. um, I am going to stop rambling on, because I know this video is getting boring, and you will probably want to see some Avenged Sevenfold or something funny, people doing dumb stuff that they know that is dumb, but they're going to do it anyway, probably Jackass style, um, or I don't know, anything, but you definitely don't want to watch this video, so I am going to call it a night. Well, it's actually morning because it's 4:37 or something like that, so uh, I'm just going to end this, and I hope this video would help those men and women online to actually listen and take that chance. I mean, it's a dating website. What's the worst that's going to happen? So Um, you know, beggars really can't be choosers. They can. It's not, not in their best interest, but, beggars really can't be choosers. You know, all right, I know I said I was going to end this, but, hear me out. In one of my videos, I mentioned that I like all kinds of girls, but I would prefer one type of girl, which is, I do like Asian girls. I'm not gonna lie. They're nice. They got beautiful hair. I do like their culture and way of life. Um, but you know what though, I'm not. That's not my focus. That's not my tunnel vision. You know, because that girl that I do meet that happens to be Asian, maybe she's not the one for me. Maybe a girl from, I don't know, Australia or New Zealand, Iceland, perhaps. Maybe she's the one that's actually supposed to, be there, through my ups and downs. But, again, it doesn't hurt to actually go out there and actually experiment on what you actually really like. Um, Now, this time I'm for real. I am signing out. Always want to say that.